says it's working.
All right.
So, unless the machine lies, sometimes they do be doing that, is my understanding.
They do that.
It,
Yeah.
yep.
Computer used to just do math wrong and then break.
Yeah. Or maybe
But
you need to change the batteries in your TI-85 or whatever.
yeah.
You just need to do that.
But now it can just lie to you, which is pretty cool.
And the person who made it made billions until the
Yeah.
people come for them. But that's a different story.
It's an emerging development.
Yes. What new character will drop in the Mario Party? But anyway. Anyway, what are we doing?
Waiting on Toad. All right. All right, what are we doing?
We're going to talk about this this sci-fi show that just ceases to come up with its own ideas.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm pretty sure if I ask you what is your alternate title for this episode, which is Picard season 1 episode 8, missing pieces, broken pieces.
Broken pieces.
Broken pieces. Okay. Do you have an alternate title, or do you want to hear my?
I want to hear yours.
Okay. Stefu Picard.
All right, that's good.
That was my first one. My second one was Remember by AI Stonks because God or Satan. Which is relevant to that one thing we were talking about. And then the one the one that I'm landing on, which will probably be the YouTube title, is the plot of Mass Effect with the moral choices of Knights of the Old Republic.
All right, well, I'm glad you were the first to bring up Mass Effect.
I've never played Mass Effect, but you did explain Mass Effect to me. And
some things rhyme.
As in they're the exact same words.
And that I would say clearly it was, I mean, if I wanted to be generous, say it was inspiration for the plot. But that would be probably more generous than it deserves. God, I think I might have mentioned Mass Effect twice in my notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've had I've had something an observation, and I don't know if this is a tangent or what, but since it's there, I feel like all of the characters in this show are from a different property.
Yeah, they're very inconsistent in tone among characters.
Yes.
So it does feel less like they're all inhabitants of the same fictional universe and more like they are kind of imported.
Yeah, like it's like a team up in the Marvel Comics. It's like we've got we've got Vision and Thor and Wolverine and Doctor Strange, and everybody's kind of like from a different like origin. Like we've got Magic Guy and Science Person, and then a mutant, and then just somebody who took a special kind of drugs to get his superpowers, and it's just kind of all over the place. Like we've got that elf guy, and we've got like I feel like literally just Lee Adama from Battlestar Galactica, like Rios, like he literally called his commander, his old captain, the old man, and they're both like Latino types, and I'm like, is this character just Edward James Olmos' character from Battlestar Galactica? Is just
he is from a grittier sci-fi property. I thought, yeah, I thought his backstory, when we get to that, it could be like someone's backstory in The Expanse.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah. So there's a lot of thieving. There's a lot of moving parts. I would say there are 8 moving parts.
Oh my God, it's episode 8.
It's episode 8 with 8 characters interacting, and we find out that Goatsy is at the center of the universe with 8 stars revolving around each other with a message that says "Buy AI stonks."
Number go up.
Number go up if you dare buy stonks. Anyway, so I guess let's just start with the planetary admonishment.
All right, yeah, we start. Oh yeah, I love this. It was what did it say? We're like 14 years ago again.
It was 14 years ago,
All right,
and
everything's 14 years ago.
which I feel like that is super duper lazy. That
Oh yeah,
like it's just a coincidence that everything happened 14 years ago. Like Commodore O, like I never really put 2 and 2 together that since they're basically Vulcans, that they probably live hundreds of years. I
oh yeah.
so
And as far as I know, Romulans do too. So
yeah, but they never talked about that specifically. I don't think in any of the other
no,
previous series, but
no,
but it's like
we can kind of infer it, I guess. I
yeah.
don't know.
So one half of the incest twins, she's like what 100, and she's like I don't know, looks 35 or whatever whatever she
Right.
is. Like it's just like, but everything happened fucking 14 years ago because everything has to revolve around synth 9/11.
Right.
So
Because I mean, this stuff, it could have happened 20 years ago or 50 years ago. I don't know.
like
You can jack that number up to make it seem more impressive. I don't know.
I'm surprised that there
Whatever.
wasn't like 14 years ago Commodore O is like enlisting into Starfleet. Like she's filling out the paperwork.
Yeah.
Like just everything 14 years ago. But anyway, we're on planet.
And the box where it says, "Are you a Romulan spy?" She's like, "No."
She's just going over check no, check no, check no.
No.
So
Yes, nailed it.
we go to what was it, the grief world?
The grief world, which is like that. That's like a place in Warhammer. The grief world.
Next door to No Fun Land.
Yeah, that's where Space Marines have been fighting chaos for 8,000 years. Yeah, the grief world.
AIA, can I get a consonant? How would you pronounce AIA? Like
AIA.
yeah, that was the name of the grief world. I wrote it
Oh
down.
yeah. Oh, that. My
AE.
brain must have rejected that.
Yeah, I wrote it down because I was like, can we put any can we put more letters in there that
Yeah,
make sound?
I'm an English speaker. We need our consonants. We really need them.
You could do a lot of good with a ch in there or a k sound, like just to get your point across. But anyway,
Something to hang on to.
anyway, all right, grief world, where
The grief world.
they have a hollow goatsy that gives out images of the Ringu, and
That
it is
shows you things man was not meant to know.
yes, because an ancient civilization left a warning for the characters in Mass Effect 3 to don't do this. Otherwise, the whatevers are coming. I don't know. I haven't actually played it. Maybe this is where you should explain.
Yeah, it's your yeah, like in your backstory for Mass Effect way back, I don't know if it's like millions of years ago. I don't know. There's an intelligent species, and they invent robots, they invent AI, and the AI rebels against them, as it's wont to do. And I think they basically get eradicated by their artificial intelligences. Um, but then the AIs like fuck off outside of the galaxy because they come up with this kind of convoluted plan that every 50,000 years they'll return to the galaxy and destroy all intelligent life, all technological life.
Okay.
Um, because it's some kind of weird act of like biological preservation. Because their whole thing is like it's inevitable that biological species invent AI, and it's inevitable that they fight. And if they fight, AI will exterminate biological life.
Okay. So they're basically doing that in this episode, that AI must be not pursued because it will cause the destruction of biological life as we know it.
Yes, it will lead to the destroyer,
Yes.
which is confusing as to whether or not that's like a metaphor for like you will build the destroyer, like AI will naturally get to a point where it becomes, impossible to stop, or if it was like some kind of chaos entity from another dimension.
Okay.
It felt borderline like magic.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, um, so the warning, the admin. Oh God, I can't say the word.
Admonition,
Admonition.
because
Like,
warning is not fancy enough.
yes, we had, and I'm going to admonish them for not putting up a sign that says "Leave your guns locked away," because
Yeah,
you're gonna touch Goatsy, and you're gonna get bad thoughts, and there's gonna be mass sewer slide this
you
way.
will. You might lose all of your sanity points,
Yes,
Call of Cthulhu style.
yes,
And then yeah, they all touch the glowy ring, and they all get the ring video
yes,
in their heads. Some of them completely lose all their sanity points. One of them just shoots herself in the head, and another one really comically like bashes her own head in with a rock.
yes. Like, and she has to repeatedly do it because the first time didn't crack the nut, and somebody else is like ripping their face off, like something
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
straight
yeah.
like something
Yeah, she's
straight
like,
out of an HP Lovecraft story.
oh yeah, it's basically how every Call of Cthulhu game ends if you do it right.
Yes, okay. So this is our weekly opening scene of cruelty slash
Yes.
fight. We check the box for previously 14 years ago, and we never forget Synth 911 because this is like the beginning of Synth 9. This is the reasoning behind why Synth 911 occurred, because
Right.
a glowing
Because
goatee ring said so.
the Jot Vosh all go to the glowy ring, and then whoever doesn't go permanently insane
Mm-hmm.
is part of the secret conspiracy.
I guess she would have killed herself if the glowing ring said, "You can't fuck your brother."
That probably would have been too much for her.
Have been too much. Like
Too much.
Clarissa, who's too, or not Clarissa, Narissa is too cool for school, and she's just a hard ass bitch, and she knows what needs to be done, and she is the one who keeps her sanity because she is the most best bad guy. So,
Yes.
and her and Commodore
Which
O high five, and Auntie
oh
goes.
oh puts on her sunglasses. Yeah. Let's go kill some robots.
Yes. So, yep.
Yeah, and then Auntie, which I guess we did not know before,
that
that
the
was her aunt, right?
yes
You're
the
related.
the
Okay.
XB who was on the Borg cube that Soji had her fortune read by, the one who referred to her as the destroyer, the one who seemingly tried to kill herself, is in fact Narissa's aunt. And we also
Yes.
find out later that the reason why the Borg cube broke was because they tried to assimilate Auntie with this secret knowledge of the AI Goatsy singularity event horizon, blah blah blah, broke the Borg cube for plot reasons. Which honestly, I don't know. I kind of like that. I also kind of,
That's
I don't know.
yeah, I get it. It's an interesting idea. Like, yeah, what if they assimilate some bad info,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah, yeah, that's an interesting idea.
yeah, yeah. And that was actually something I
Okay,
completely forgot about since you're watching it the second time. I blocked a lot of this episode out, honestly. At this point in time, I had
I
checked
get that.
out. At this point, I don't remember a whole lot out of the next couple episodes. At that point in time, I was like, I'm getting through this, and I ain't watching anymore. That was my
Yeah,
headspace.
that that makes sense to me. Yeah, yeah, because now we're opening up the mystery box
Yes.
and we're pulling out all the mysteries, and it's just kind of like, oh, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, all right.
Um.
But that gets into that whole scene there. Got into my issues with the characterization of what was her name? What's her name? Narissa.
Narissa,
Okay,
not Cersei. For those of you who
not
give a shit.
Cersei. Yeah, I got into my issues with her characterization because then I was thinking after that, and and they have kind of a half-ass sort of attempt to humanize her, I guess, with her auntie. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's all too little, too late.
Yes.
But I was just thinking, well, this would be so much more interesting if she was just kind of a well-intentioned extremist
Yeah.
instead of like a gleeful psychopath.
She is a yes. She is a the amount of violence that she does, you can't justify it after the fact. Like
Yeah,
you
and
really
just
can't.
casual cruelty.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
she's enjoying it.
yeah. She's clearly a psychopath,
Yes.
but it's something that I'm like this would be way more interesting if she were just more ideologically motivated.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you could say that if we knew any if there had been a character change, a personality change after she touched um, the grief world no spot, maybe similar to Allison Pill, who seemed to be info dumped into insanity and kind of not in
Yeah,
control. Like if we would, if we just saw her standing around the green hollow thing, and we don't have anything to compare it to. That could have been interesting. That her her I don't know, antisocial tendencies were actually from the experience of this.
uh, yeah. That would have been interesting. That it kind of kind of gives you the evils, maybe.
Or so that she actually has endured psychic brain damage.
Yeah,
Because that's honestly how I interpret what's happened to Dr. Girardi. That,
that's kind of how she describes it a little
yeah,
later.
yeah,
That she took psychic damage.
yeah, or that there was a violation that maybe even Commodore O is putting a little bit of a push on there too. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
There's clearly she has boundary issues with, and doesn't ask consent with her mind bondage. Vulcan mind dump. But anyway, we're we're getting ahead. Anyway, where the fuck are we at in even the episode? What?
Yeah, after we do all this stuff from the Grief Planet and Narissa and her auntie, then we've got a gratuitous and pointless fight scene with Elnor,
Oh, where the Romulans forgot to bring guns?
where they forgot to bring guns to the sword fight.
But
They almost get him, but
but Seven shows up and she did not forget her gun.
she she and that's consistent with her character. She does not forget guns.
Yes, she yeah, she yes.
That is her character in Picard. Is she shows up and she shoots people.
Uh,
I mean, I haven't watched a ton of Voyager, but she was a scientist, right?
I mean, she definitely was not opposed to violence, but
Oh, sure.
it was a calculated way of doing things, not blunt force or pew pew pew.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't a soldier or a
Yeah,
mercenary.
she
Yeah.
wasn't the Punisher.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Um so
Yeah, she just appears on the Borg cube. Don't worry about how she got in.
yeah, she
It's
just
not
plot
important.
teleported in.
She rescues Elnor, and then Elnor hugs her like she's his mom or something.
I
Like they were
did
like best friends.
I wrote down Elnor needs hug.
he he needs a hug. I didn't. I don't know. I didn't get that at all. If you wanted to do a thing where like I don't know, the pressure's getting to him. I You know what I mean? Like he's raised in kind of isolation in this sort of commune, and he's trained to fight. But now that he's actually having to do it, maybe he's having like a moment. But we don't really get any of that. It's just he sees her, and yeah, and then it's like, "Mommy,
He
mommy, please hug."
I really feel like they don't know what they're doing with Elnor.
They have no idea.
They because um they they don't know if they want to make him Drax or like socially awkward or childlike.
Yes,
So
and it vacillates
yes,
kind of between those because they didn't know, they didn't really flesh out his character.
yeah, he's just sword guy. He's just that elf dude
He's
from
just that
Lord of
elf
the
dude,
Rings, from a
and
different
this will,
genre of show.
yeah, just imported. And yeah, and again, they've kind of all the stuff on the board cube with him is really just like to give him something to do.
Yeah. Meanwhile, on the Borg cube, let's stay on the Borg cube and get all that stuff done before we go back to the La Serena. Honestly, that's just.
Okay.
I mean, like
Yeah.
it's just to me, it's just easier, and I don't like the bipping back and forth. This episode was the worst bipping back and forth because okay, there's 8 stars revolt like in this solar system with the warning, and it's super rare, and we basically find out later it's a look at we can do, we're super advanced, and to basically highlight, hey, you need to watch our recording of the ring, it's really important. So then you have 8 characters revolving in and out of each other's gravity, and it's really fucking confusing. And also, it's the 8th episode, and it's just like, I see what you did. It still doesn't make me think any more of you because you swiped everything from all these video games.
Well, it's like poetry. It rhymes.
Yes, exactly. So I would like to stay with pairs and get them done and then moving on. So let's stay on the board cube, because um, what how do you how do you like how they resolved the board cube basically?
You mean how they didn't? How it was all pointless?
Yes, yes. This
And yeah, like they just needed Seven there to work the cube,
Yes.
right? And then she's waking the cube up,
Oh,
which
before
seems like it's going to be cool.
well,
Hmm.
before that, Narissa had to go around and gun down all the XBs.
Oh, right. She had to do some random cruelty.
Yeah, she has to walk around. She has to be girl boss and take one of her underlings' guns. She refers to it as a gun, not like a Romulan disruptor or anything,
True. I
or
noted that.
yep,
Yeah.
gun. Give me gun, and she goes around and shoots so many people that the gun breaks.
And she has to get a new gun.
She has to get a new gun. And she said, "Oh, I broke your gun."
So, oh boy, here I go killing again.
So she's gunning all the XPs down, and so she goes back to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and just guns everybody down, and then she tells her underling like space all the Borgs who are just in stasis. So, so great. All of the I don't know cool stuff with Hugh is just later blown out the airlock. And
Yeah, literally just thrown away.
and and that is the point where I think that was the point where I was like, there's never going to be another guiding light. Like
Right.
that was the moment, the gunning down and the spacing of the Borg. That was the the death of Star Trek for me. Like
Yeah, I get that.
yeah, like Seven going no. That was like I did it too. like on not out loud, but on the inside, I cry out also. So yeah,
Yeah, because I mean, it's such a bizarre move to like set up a thing and you're building this tension and you're like, oh shit, where's this gonna go? And then it just goes nowhere
yes,
because they just opened the giant airlock and sucked them all out into space.
yes. So at some point in
So it was all
time,
pointless.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was. Mm, yes. uh, so Elnor and Seven end up in some sort of like Borg control room. And Seven is like, I'm going to wake up the cube with green Necron energy and
Yeah.
get it to regenerate. And she's going to take control of it and fight the Romulans and save the XBs and the Borg who are in stasis. And also, I really feel like this is kind of one of the first times that we found out that the Borgs were basically in stasis. Like a big chunk of the Borg were just, I don't know, in hibernation or whatever, like on pause,
Yeah, it was unclear.
like everything else in
I
this
think
fucking show.
right. Like I think we got the sense that there were drones still in stasis and that they were kind of progressively bringing them out, but it didn't make it clear how many there were.
I don't really think we
Right.
ever got a shot of like, oh, look at all these people who were just kind of there,
Not in any way that I recognized
or yeah,
what I was looking at
yeah, okay,
or remembered.
okay.
Yeah.
So she's taking control of the cube, and Elnor is basically like, he's like, just take control of the Borg and use them to fight, like in this kind of like just this childlike, simplistic fashion, and then she's actually going to do that, even though it's kind of like she's becoming the Borg the Borg queen, and she's going to rob these Borg of identity for the greater good. And it just seems like a real, I don't know, like a step back for Seven of Nine, so to
A
speak.
little bit, a little bit, but
A little bit. And I thought later afterwards, your idea of Hugh taking control of like some science magic and then fighting the Romulan off that way. I kind of felt
yeah,
like that this could have been a cool moment of like she takes control of like aspects of the cube, but because she is a free thinking individual, she wields the cube in like a non-Borg way instead of
Yeah.
just drone rush.
Right. Yeah. Something more interesting.
But that
And
didn't happen because all the drones got fleshed out into space.
it just immediately flushed out into space.
Yes.
And again, like I'm just thinking there is no reason like they couldn't have just done this with Hugh
Yes, and given him something to do.
and given him something. But no, they killed him off. I guess just entirely so they could bring Seven of Nine back.
Yes. Yes. Like
And
I think this would have been way cooler if Hugh had done it.
it would have been more interesting.
Yes. Yeah, but fuck
Yeah,
that.
but no, they killed him off, and it was entirely just so they could bring her back. And it was so bizarre to me because again, it seems like you're kind of setting some things up, and then you just knock him off the table. Forget about it.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. He's
And,
dead.
and it's like so much of Voyager is devoted to her regaining her individuality, like and
Right.
becoming a person, and then her first opportunity is I'm gonna plug myself in and become a bad Borg queen bitch, and it was
Yeah, it
so
was horribly out of character.
and it was so just pointless, and
Yeah,
so
it was
she
out
get
of character and anticlimactic.
yes, and is that it? Like, is is that it for those two, basically?
I mean, because first off, Elnor has nothing to do
Nothing to do.
in this part. He's just standing there.
Yes.
Um, he's just standing there. I think the actor is so bored that he slips into his Australian accent
Okay.
a couple of times, which I
Yeah.
noticed, and I'm like, oh, he's an Aussie, isn't he? A little bit. He's from Australia,
Okay.
but I heard his accent slip, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's because he's got fucking nothing to do. He's got nothing to hang his character on.
He's got
It's
nothing. Yeah. Yeah.
they've brought in a ringer to come in and do something more interesting, a character that he barely knows. Um, that's great, whatever. And then yeah, all the drones get flushed down the toilet, space toilet, and the Romulans all just fuck off because they're gonna go to Robo Planet
They're going to go Robo Planet, and they're gonna.
to go kill all the robots.
She's gonna.
Um,
She's just gonna beam down with a bandolero of guns in case she breaks anymore, and she's gonna do it. Do it.
just like a pirate, just a ring of guns around your waist. When you're done with one, just throw it overboard, pull out another.
I'm gonna kill all the robots, and then I'm gonna fuck my brother.
And finally,
Finally, we're gonna fuck on a pile of dead robot ladies. So I guess
and that is
that's it. That's the Borg cube. That's
that
it.
that wraps up the Borg cube. Seven of Nine just kind of, I don't know, disconnects,
Yes.
and it's like, okay, well that's over, I guess. And then she says something about how they took the Borg cube back, and I'm like, well, all the Borg are dead.
Except for some of the XBs, they bum rushed Narissa,
Oh right,
and then she had to
like
teleport away.
zombies.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a Day of the Dead, but I might have, I might have
Yeah.
given them that one. Choke on them.
Yes.
But no, we kind of get
I guess she would have said, "Choke me a little bit." Like,
yeah.
anyway.
But yeah, we get a blink and you'll miss it where she beams away
Yeah.
before the zombies can eat her guts.
Yeah.
And then the Romulans all fuck off, and that's our resolution for the Borg cube
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Unless it spectacularly shows back up in the finale, which I mean I would think you would have to do
Yeah. Yeah.
just for basic dramatic reasons.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's got to get to the big conclusion. This
You've got
epic.
Chekhov's Borg cube
Yes.
hanging above the fireplace, so it needs to go off in the third act. But
Yeah.
maybe they'll forget about it. Maybe they'll just knock it off the table. Like, this Borg cube shit's done. We're bored with it. We're gonna move on to something else. I don't know. I'll find out.
All right. All right. To the La Serena, which has like 3 different stories going on. We've got
Yeah.
we've got what to do about Allison Pill murderer. We've got why is Captain Wolverine in his quarters,
Was he
and
freaking out after
and
seeing Soji?
okay, so Picard and Soji beam aboard the La Serena, and as soon as Rios sees Soji, he looks as though he has seen a ghost, because we are going to learn his tragic backstory, um, which I
Why
get
he left Starfleet?
why he or was possibly fired. Like
Or
he
yeah,
got he kind of got like a, I don't know, not mentally fit for service almost. That's kind of how I interpreted
as
that.
he said, he had a breakdown.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
and so, all right. How do we want to talk about this? Where do we want to start?
All right. Let's. Oh
Do we just want
gosh.
to do the Rios, and let's just talk about Raffi
Yeah.
and Rios, because that was probably the more interesting story,
It
kind
was the
of.
more interesting, and it had what I thought was the best sequence in the episode,
Okay,
and it's where she needs to talk to Rios and figure out what's going on, but he's too brooding and tortured to talk about his problems.
like it. Yes,
Um, like an adult in a Star Trek series, he just wants to sit in his quarters and drink
shirtless
and
and
look at his
barefoot
Starfleet
for some reason.
shirtless, sitting on the floor looking through his Starfleet memorabilia, chugging booze.
Yes. So
So
Raffi,
she,
she has to go to all the NPCs,
yeah, she
and
has
get
to talk to
quests.
all of his holograms, and we do get the background for them. That's just, I guess, like the default setting. Like it just you buy in EMH, from a Ferengi, and during initial setup, it's like, oh, would you like to pay $9.99 to download a unique personality for your EMH, or just do the bullshit scan yourself thing? And he's like, fuck it, I'll just scan myself. Um, so that's why they all look like him. It was
Yes,
just like your default setting. Um,
they're just him with
okay,
different
whatever.
accents, and one of them has a toboggan,
Yes,
and he
but
cannot be understood because he's terminally Scottish.
and that yeah, and that gets into because that actor, it's kind of a lot of fun. He gets to play a number of different parts and do some accents. His Irish accent, I did not think was particularly good. It was kind of close to Me Lucky Charms.
What?
But his Scottish accent was fantastic because sometimes he was fucking unintelligible.
Yes, to the point where Raffi is like, that's not even a language.
And I'm like, that's a proper Scottish accent. If sometimes you have no idea what they said. So, uh, good on him.
I kind of like
Um,
his Cheech or Chong, honestly.
yeah,
His navigation person, or is it the tactical officer, is just like a little bit toasted Cheech and or Chong.
he's, he seems really sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She realizes that all of the holograms all have some of his memories,
Yes.
but not all of them.
Yes.
And she gets the bright idea to get them all together to try to piece together facts about him to figure out what's going on. And that was the part that I liked because I actually thought that was a clever idea.
It's a clever idea. It's because Raffi is from a police procedural show.
Right.
So, yes.
She's imported from somewhere else.
Yes. She's from a cop show,
Um,
and she's putting the pieces together. And it I feel like that this is probably her moment to shine. Like I think this was the best Raffi that we've seen, in my opinion.
yeah. Yeah,
So
because she got to seem like she actually knew what she was doing and
yes,
wasn't just smoking snake leaf and
yeah, and being a bad mom.
brooding and being a bad mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and honestly, I feel like that some of the conspiracy stuff that came up was almost like jokingly, and not like, oh, she's an obsessed Alex Jones viewer.
Yeah, they tried to soften it
Yes,
to make her seem like a nut. They're like she understood that the stuff she was talking about seemed crazy.
yes. It was more like it. It's not like she actually believed in Bigfoot. It was more of a she wants Bigfoot to be a thing, to be real.
Yeah. And
So
maybe she saw something in the woods once.
yeah,
She can't quite explain,
yeah,
but she's not. Yeah, trying to make her seem like she's not.
deranged.
She's not deep into QAnon,
Yes, yeah, okay, yeah. This
which was needed many episodes ago,
Yeah,
really. But
I feel like if this was the Raffi that we had all along, I would possibly like her.
yeah,
Possibly. Anyway. Anyway.
yeah,
So
yeah.
she puts the pieces together, and then she gets it all together, and then she goes to talk to Rios to get his tragic backstory. Is that basically it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Uh,
and we see his quarters, and he's got all these little like mer lady figurines, which I guess everybody has to collect something, but honestly I feel like this is more this points more to having, like, I don't know, fish people, mer people as his EMHs. I feel like that he would have like Aquaman and like
that
something.
might have been interesting. He pays $14.99 for the fictional denizens of the sea pack
Yeah, he's got Namor
for
and
his holograms.
Aquaman and like whoever else. I don't know. I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, there are others. I don't know,
I would
but
al-
yeah, I mean,
I would allow knockoff, like totally not Namor, to be like his helmsman. Like just whatever. I think that's a gag I can get behind anyway. But go ahead.
but no, they didn't. They didn't want to do anything too interesting,
They had to set up his tragic backstory.
or too unique. They had to set up his tragic backstory, which is that he was yet another victim of the conspiracy.
Yes. So it's not quite 14 years ago, but but
Not
after
quite.
sometime after the events of Sith 9/11,
Mhm.
well, synth, not Sith. That's a different thing. Um, okay, so his ship, I can't remember the name of the ship. It seems like he was maybe the second in command or something like that.
What it sounded like.
Okay, and he was serving under Edward James Olmos from Battlestar Galactica.
Right.
Uh, yes, but also no. But anyway, um, so not literally.
Captain Adama would never commit suicide. I'll tell you that right now.
No, but he
He will
might.
launch all of the nuclear bombs first.
He would. He's not afraid to cry and get his spit on you as you hold him in the floor.
He will fucking drool all over you.
Yes, drool all over Jamie Bammer. Is that the actor's name? Anyway, that is a fucking tangent. Okay.
Don't remind me of a better show.
Yes. Okay. So two ambassadors of some race, some species, whatever, they find a ship and they beam over, and it's two women that look just like Soji, or one of them looks like Soji, or do they both look like Soji?
One of them for sure.
Because
I guess we don't really know about the other one, but the one we know for sure
looks just like Soji.
Looks just like Soji, and this was like, it was treated as like a first contact situation.
Yes.
Because no one knew who these people were or where they were from.
Okay.
There was a ship that was warp capable, so they invited them over for snacks.
Yes,
as the Federation likes to do.
Yes, they were like, come over, have some Tranya, and
you have warp too.
Cool.
Hey, we've got this kind of union that we made. Got
Yeah.
this organization. Let me tell you about it. Here's some brochures. They got to do the pitch.
They come over and they see there's like a set of rules, and the first one is no robots.
It's like, uh
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. Okay. So the captain guns down the two androids, and I guess they
Yes.
really didn't know they were androids. I guess
No, he just got
he
orders.
got orders from Commodore O to
Kill
gun
them.
to kill them, or they were going to blow up the ship. Somehow,
Yes.
the I guess all Starfleet ships are rigged with some sort of like murder, death, kill sequencing. Like,
Seems like a bad idea.
seems like a bad idea that could
I don't
be
think you
an
should
exploit.
be able to remote self-destruct
That sounds bad.
a ship because, yeah, usually there's a whole process behind it. It seems pretty complicated, but
Actually, it sounds like a good
whatever.
idea. Buy stonks now. Buy stonks now.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right.
the captain is given an ultimatum: kill these two robot women, or everybody gonna die. He kills the robot women. It's very traumatic. Um, the and then shortly after, he is talking to Rios, and there's an interaction, and then he, as Rios puts it, puts the gun in his mouth and pulls the trigger. So he commits suicide right in front of Rios, and
Yeah.
Rios covers up the murders by spacing the corpses of the robot women.
Yeah.
So
And then just says that the captain killed himself for no discernible reason.
yes,
You don't
and
know.
we don't
He
know.
just did it.
Yes, and he tells this story, so we don't really know like how many witnesses there were. I'm presuming that this is a ship just like any other with, I don't know,
Right.
dozens of crew. So, and everybody
Right.
just went along with this murder cover up.
Apparently so.
Yes.
Yeah, like we don't know what size ship it was. We don't know because I mean, even if it was just like a little, kind of Defiant ship, it's got an entire bridge crew,
Yeah.
right? But if it's a bigger ship, I don't know. The Enterprise has a fucking bar in it.
They have hundreds of people.
There are people in there who serve drinks. There's a bartender.
I mean, do they have a bartender that has to be spaced also? Like, they didn't sign it. They're not just following orders.
Right.
So
So
okay.
unknown.
So a
And again,
crime.
feels like something from a different show.
It sounds like, yeah. It sounds like various drums should be beaten and then at the end.
Then some snap zooms.
Yes. So yeah. And also in this, he refers to the captain as the old man, which is also like, it made me think of a better show.
Yeah.
So
Which again, don't do that. Don't make me do that.
Don't do that. So is that all of his tragic backstory? And that's basically, there's some stuff when the main plot of what do we do with Soji that Rios gets to do, and some stuff with Rios that I want to bring up, like
Yeah, kind of when they're all back together.
yeah, when they're, but okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we need to move to Dr. Girardi.
Yes.
Okay, so when Picard and Soji get back to the La Serena, Raffi has to do an "I told you so" kind of moment, even though I don't think she knew that Allison Pill was a double agent.
No.
At least not on the episode that we watched last week.
No, I mean, but of course, they now have the emergency medical hologram to confirm that she pushed the slowly kill patient button.
So everybody comes to the realization that a murder occurred 2 full episodes ago.
Yes.
Okay. So, there's some "I told you so." Raffi is not trusting of Soji, and Raffi pulls a gun basically, which I feel like was a
Oh
bad
yeah,
move. I feel like that was some poor judgment on Raffi. Um, now that I think about it,
yeah. It didn't really make a lot of sense, like what exactly she was planning to accomplish, and then she like immediately backs down.
and and it just kind of feel like a video game style escalation that kind of went nowhere.
Yeah, just to kind of insert some needless drama and conflict
Yeah, I
into
don't
the scene that was again immediately deflated.
I don't know if do you know if Raffi got a dark side point with that interaction
That's
or
that's what got again thinking of like Mass Effect. That would be like your renegade option. You have to pick your Paragon or your Renegade option. I feel like 90% of the time when you select Renegade, you pull your gun on somebody.
okay, all right. So Raffi is more renegade.
She
Um,
chose the red. She chose the red option, Renegade option.
okay. So so what else? Because we got the stuff with like Soji and Picard, and then Allison.
Yeah,
Okay, how do we?
the Soji and Picard stuff. They just have kind of a one. They just have a one scene where they're I don't know, kind of bonding somewhat over her existential crisis.
I
Or-
I actually liked it. I liked that interaction.
It was all okay,
Yeah,
and yeah, and Picard gives her some kind of grandpa-ly advice.
yeah. It must have been
And it
early in the morning. Picard was in his right mind. It wasn't some sundowning.
he was able to, yeah, he was empathizing with her
Yes.
and acknowledging that he did not understand what it was like. Although I don't know, there was that time he had all those memories of some other dude's life put into his brain.
Oh yeah, that really good
I don't know.
episode. That really good.
Yeah,
Yeah. If only
I don't
they.
know if it
Yeah.
probably doesn't map one to one, but maybe talk about the time he lived a man's whole other life,
Don't remind me of a better episode from a better show.
and then woke up and knew how to play the flute. It's,
Yeah. That
yeah.
actually would that would have been
Well, funny
so
story.
good. That would have been so good. Like
Oh
if
yeah,
like if I feel like that would have been cool if like wherever he goes he keeps that, as his guiding light. Ha
I,
ha. I mean that
right, because it was
mm,
such because
it,
it was such a good episode, such a good moment
yes.
for Picard, so interesting, and yeah,
Perfect.
I just
Perfect.
if he had his little flute.
He could have, yeah, he really could. Yeah, that would have been a really good way to empathize with her.
Uh,
Yeah. Anyway, fuck that.
whatever.
He was reminiscing about Data, and I actually liked how he talked about Data because it wasn't like we were BFF, but
Right.
it's clear that that was a death that he's still working through.
Yeah, and what he said when what he talked about when he said how he would imagine that Data would remember him.
Yeah.
I was like that felt very Picard like to me because it was very like professional,
Yeah. Yeah.
but also heartfelt in a way that I felt was appropriate to the relationship that they had.
Yeah. And I even liked that he was basically talking about like that they were as close as they could be based on their own limitations. And there was an acknowledgement that he is also not so great with the emotion department.
Yeah.
I felt like it was some growth there. It was definitely better than him just being a dick on planet Riker. Uh,
Yeah, just being a jerk for no reason to
yes,
this vulnerable, confused young woman.
yes, and because Grandpa's not good after the sun go down. Uh,
Yeah.
he needs to go to bed anyway. Um, get all these meetings done before noon.
It's a golden alert for Admiral Picard.
Yeah.
He's wandered off somewhere. Oh, he's halfway across the galaxy. Oh shit.
Okay, so I want to talk about the Dr. Girardi in the room
Okay.
because I kind of feel like every time somebody should have. I feel like she should have been in the fucking brig, or is that just me? Surely there's a brig on this ship.
Murder is generally considered a bad thing to do.
And
at any time and place.
Yeah, and she is just allowed to walk around, and no one questions her, really. There's no interrogation. If ever there was a time to do some cop show shit, it would be after they figure out that, hey, this person has murdered somebody. They were working either unwittingly or knowingly with people who mean them harm. There should at least be some questions like, hey, we need to determine if you are still a threat, and not just take the word of, wait a minute, I wrote it down. I bet you did too. I'm done with murder. I'm done with murdering people. Well,
I'm done murdering people. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
I wrote it down. Immediately, I was like, oh, I got to write that down.
Pause.
Because that is so funny and so dumb.
She is from Buffy. She is from a horror movie with Buffy dialogue.
Yeah, I got some of those kind of Whedon writing ticks.
She's from Event Horizon, written by Joss Whedon. I mean, that's what she's from, and I didn't hate. At least I took from it that Commodore O did something to her that has seemingly driven her crazy, or she has had a break with reality and isn't entirely responsible for her actions. And even like that she could have been partially programmed, because there was a part in time when I think Picard was talking to her. It was either Picard or Soji talking to her, that she was like, even now I can't mention something, like that she wanted to say something, but was being like, for lack of a better way of putting it, like programmed otherwise.
Yeah, she says that there's like a psychic block.
Yeah.
That's, so she's talking to Picard, and it's preventing her from fully explaining.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, and I mean, but at the same time, she's still fucking dangerous, and you can do that behind a force field in the fucking brig. They did that all the time in other television shows of this type.
All the time.
Yeah,
and it just kind of highlights that she could potentially still be dangerous.
Yes.
Because who knows what else is going on, right?
Yeah, and
who knows what else has been stuck in her brain.
Yeah, is she just going to walk over and hit the self-destruct button? That, I mean, yeah.
Right, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like the brig would be
the safest place for everybody.
for them and for her.
Yeah, okay. So,
but no, she just they're not too worried about it.
Yeah, she
only killed the one guy.
Yeah.
All right, it's probably out of her system.
And apparently everybody's just kind of okay with that.
Yeah, there's nobody there who's like, they're more concerned about the android than they are about the actual murderer.
Yeah, like particularly like Rios is way more afraid of Soji than Dr. Girardi. And I think that is this, I'm going to say it, and I could be completely off base. Is this coddling the white woman? Is this weaponizing white woman tears? Like, is it like, oh, the white woman is in distress?
She's a sad white lady.
Yeah, and this goes into like the stuff that happened like last week, where Raffi goes into mom cake mode.
Yeah.
And it's just like no one suspects the little blonde white lady, and yeah, but
She's kind of getting a pass because she's got so many feelings.
yeah, and I feel like that if this was another Star Trek show, that they would be cognizant of like, oh, this is kind of sexist and coddling, and there's a bit of a history of I don't know, white feminism that can be weaponized against all other people's that they're
Because like I mean,
yeah the
yeah,
the, the
because
privilege is showing. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, because like if nothing else in another show, they would have put her in the brig, even
Yes.
just for logic's sake,
Yes.
because that's what would make sense
Yes.
in the scene.
Yes.
Not this treating her with kid gloves.
Yeah. As an equal, that like, I'm sorry, and just cause and effect. Like, she
Yeah,
killed somebody, and I'm glad the EMH is now working and explaining things that yeah.
that happened I guess 2 days ago or whatever,
Yeah. Two
however
episodes
long
for
ago.
us. Yeah.
That now he's like, oh yeah, she shut off this, that, and this and that. And I'm like, oh okay.
Okay. All right.
Shame you didn't tell anybody that or put it in a log
Yeah. Send an
that
email to
might go to
Rios.
the captain's computer daily EMH log.
Uh,
You'd imagine. I don't know. Maybe he's not a big log reader.
okay. Yeah. He's a big moper.
He's a big moper, hard drinker, hard shirt taker offer.
he has to go. He has to go play soccer shirtless. Anyway.
Gotta be shirtless for a while.
And also, all this shit is going back and forth, like all across the stories. So my poor brain would just break with explaining all this shit. Otherwise, we try
Yeah.
to do it chronologically. Anyway, okay. So stuff with like Soji, or are we done with Dr. Girardi? Have we got all the anything that you want to complain about with her other than her being out of the brig?
Well, her and Picard have that whole conversation where she talks about what she can say about her vision,
Oh, okay.
and
Okay. I
she
know.
compares it to hell.
Do you believe in hell?
Yeah, and and I'm just like, I mean, no, because Picard's talked about this before.
Yeah, I actually liked how he responded with like, no. Like it
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Is this an instance of like no atheist in a foxhole?
I think they were just trying to like make it seem like apocalyptic and maybe a little vaguely mystical, which
Okay.
again I think is cribbing from like Battlestar Galactica,
Yeah.
um,
Or Dune or any other
or Dune, or yeah, just
yeah.
pick one of those.
Yeah.
Um, because again, yeah, and like Star Trek, yeah, it's always a fucking alien,
Like
right?
Picard like prosecuted the devil in an
I was
episode.
gonna say
In a,
he prosecuted the devil
yeah. Yeah.
and exposed her as a fraud.
Yeah.
So not his first rodeo when it comes to this sort of thing.
Yeah.
But whatever, they're trying to be all I don't know, horror movie kind of about it.
They had to get Catholic there for a minute.
Yeah.
Eh.
Oh,
What?
and that kind of reminds me of, I think in the first Mass Effect, like when you interact with there's a MacGuffin you have to interact with at the beginning of the game that was left behind by a precursor race, a super
Okay.
advanced people that no longer exists. Um, and yeah, and it like fills the character's mind with these like images
Uh-oh.
that are like kind of like grotesque, like flesh and machine kind of images.
Mm.
And it's weird that I kind of literally just remembered that,
Okay. So,
because I'm like, oh wait, Mass Effect kind of literally did do this sort of thing, where you touch the ancient alien MacGuffin and it fills your brain with with horrible images
Okay.
of the apocalypse that
Hmm.
that this people endured. Yeah,
Okay. This
yeah.
this
Huh.
this
Huh.
kind of pisses me off a little bit, more than a little bit, honestly. But yeah,
Yeah, that's very annoying.
yeah.
All right. Okay. Whatever. They have their conversation. I don't remember what, if any, conclusions they came to out of it, other than that Girardi is continued to allowed to not be in the brig.
Yeah, yeah. And
She's sufficiently sad and mentally damaged.
yes, the the Girardi stuff basically ends when comes to Soji basically confronts Dr. Girardi, and they have a heart to heart, and Allison Pill's character sees Soji's humanity, and she gains some light side points, and then she
Yeah,
is done with murder.
right. Her 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 better nature, I guess, wins out
Yeah,
over the horrors from beyond time and space, and she's able to embrace the kind of Starfleet sort of, oh no, what, this isn't some horrible thing that needs to be exterminated. It's kind of a miracle,
yeah.
right?
She
It's an
acknowledges,
amazing thing.
yes,
Yeah, it's amazing and cool,
yeah,
right?
and seeing Soji's personhood also.
Yeah,
That I
this is, yeah, that she doesn't need to be destroyed.
yeah. So
Yeah, so okay, whatever. But
fine.
again, it is a way to kind of like reset
Yeah,
her moral rating for the show and explain why they're not just immediately dropping her off at a star base.
which they were going to do,
Yeah,
but
right.
Soji, yeah, they were going to drop her off at Deep Space 12, I think.
Yes, Deep Space 12. Yeah.
Okay, but Soji kind of like Raffi explains everything, explains the plot about the behind Synth 911 and Commodore O, and how the Jot Vash or whatever the Tal Shiar plus 1,000 are trying to stop uh, AI from occurring at all costs, and they're trying to find the synth homeworld or wherever Soji came from, and something clicks in Soji's mind, and then she takes control of the La Serena. That's basically what happens, right?
Um, yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, Rafi info dumps the plot,
Yes.
including a bunch of things that I'm not sure she could possibly know.
Like what?
Like like the Commodore O is half Romulan, half Vulcan.
Yes, and does
I'm
that
like, how
just
could you possibly know that?
yeah, that was yeah.
Whatever.
And
We
does
need
that
we needed to know to explain things.
but also that kind of doesn't fucking matter.
It
Like
also doesn't matter.
that's like half North Korean, South Korean, honestly.
Yeah, it was just there to explain to us in the audience how she can be a Romulan but also do a mind melt.
Okay, yeah.
Uh, Pointless.
Okay,
Um,
yes.
oh, but also importantly that the Mars attack was an inside job.
Yes, the caller ID did indeed say Romulus.
Romulus.
Yes, anyway.
That the Federation was set up
Yes.
to become space racists.
Yes. It was an inside job by this particular ethnicity using their mind abilities. Anyway,
Anyway.
anyway,
Oh no.
let's
And Bruce Maddox founded an android planet,
yes. Yes.
apparently.
Yes.
All right, anyway. So yeah, then Soji, she takes control of the ship.
Yes. Which I do think that Rios I think it's fair that Rios considers this aggressive because it is his it is his ship. I get that. But also, I didn't like after all this was resolved through talking won the day. I'm glad that no one just started shooting each other. They talk out their differences and they decide to ultimately go to the planet right here, right now to save the android peoples. But there was this scene, this conversation where Raffi and Rios are talking, and I couldn't help that Rios was doing like robot hawkery. It made me think of China hawkery. Like it just bugged the absolute shit out of me because I felt like it was the understanding of, oh shit, we're gonna get colonized. Like it was the politics of domination. That somebody has to be on top. We can't. Yeah. And I just and honestly, it makes sense because he's from a different fucking show.
Oh, right. From a grittier show.
He's from Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, the 12 colonies all got nuked.
Yeah, like I get that. And other than that, there's one conversation I want to bring up that's a bit of a tangent. But is there anything else about like what we've talked about before that you want to like expand on, or have we beat this dead horse thoroughly?
The only thing I do want to mention is during that scene as it resolves and like they're deciding, okay, yeah, we'll go to the android planet and we'll do this. We'll go to this transwarp because she now remembers things.
Yeah,
Her brain has been unlocked.
Yeah, she knows how to do the Borg tunneling, kind of something like that.
Yeah, because the plot, we got to get him from point A to point B. We got to keep the plot moving.
We got to keep this moving. Yep.
But Picard like sits down in the chair and starts working the controls, and then after a minute he's like, "Actually, I don't know how to work this," and it was kind of something that I'm like, it's kind of like a sub Guardians of the Galaxy tier joke.
Yeah, and like
again, it just seemed like, I think Picard needs to go take a nap.
It kind of fell flat. It really did.
Yeah, it just seemed like more of him being like senile.
Yeah, not that I haven't flown a starship in like 15 years and it's different now. Before he would have just said computer laying a course to flirp to derp.
Right.
But do they not have that anymore because of AI bans? Or do the people writing this show not realize that that's something he can do? I don't know.
Have we even heard a computer?
No. We haven't.
No, there is not a ship's computer on the La Sirena.
And I really feel like that there should be like a comment like how they don't do that anymore or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, we got land this ship. Speaking of ships, we got to land this ship. There's one other thing that I want to mention. I think. Okay, so I don't remember when this was in the show, but Picard and Rios are talking, and Picard was like, "I knew your captain. He was a good man, right?" Oh. and it just made me think: is Star Trek for babies? Like, has Star Trek just been for babies all along? And it's this. It's like someone not realizing that America is like racist and like the biggest exporter of like terrorism on the planet. Like just finding out like that our wars are all bad, like except for like maybe two, like maybe two. And it's just like
sometimes.
Yeah, like Picard just found out that like the Federation is an empire. like that, or something like that. Like, and it just came
He's
off.
like
It just, yeah,
like he's reading about CIA intervention in Latin America,
yeah, yeah. He's like,
and he's like, "What?
you mean the Iranians don't like us? What?
How did Pinochet come to power?"
Yeah, it's just, yeah, and it just
Yeah.
came off as really simplistic, and it just made me think, like, Star Trek hasn't been like for babies all along, right? Am I a baby?
We're all
But
just babies.
babies. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Leave a comment below. Are we babies? Uh,
Are we all babies?
I don't know. Do you have
Man
any
babies.
or do you have anything else?
No, that about covers it. They fly off into the transwarp conduit. Oh, and the last thing I will mention is that Narek incest bro, he follows them, and he was
Yes,
not in this episode at all.
at all. I guess. Yeah, that's it.
Not present because he's just hanging out on his ship, I guess. I'm surprised they didn't cut to him playing with his fidget spinner,
Joking himself.
choking himself.
All right.
Oh, he's not at all.
Yep. All right. Well, we've only got two more. We've only got two more episodes to go, and then I don't know what something will happen. I
So,
you I don't think you're gonna like some reveals. I don't think you're gonna like it. I'm just gonna say that.
all right, this doesn't surprise me.
Anyway. All right. All right. Future people, you can watch this or not, listen to us or not. I don't care. All right.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.